Opportunity number 2 on Twitch. We are live. Today is Thursday. It is June 20th and it is 4 p.m. And I am seeing Nycool, Paradise Decay, and the VR Mang in chat. Slay Blaze has just shown up. And so this begins a new era where we are now going to be doing episodes on YouTube and on Twitch, alternating. The good news is this episode hopefully will save so that people that want to watch it later, tomorrow, the next day, they will be able to do so, at least for 14 days. Yeah, so the NBA draft, 8-6 says, big dilemma. Do I watch VR 365 or do I watch the NBA draft? Well, what you want to do is you want to have a dual monitor setup, which is what I'm working with right about now. You got one monitor there, one monitor there. You put the NBA draft over there. You put VR 365 over there. You know, it's funny. I used to be a sports guy. I used to be into the NBA. I used to be an NFL nut job. Like, I was a total NFL nutcase. And I was a fantasy football nut, like you would not believe. I mean, just a ridiculous fantasy football guy. I was kind of into the NBA, but not so much. Watched a little bit of Major League Baseball every now and then. Watched a little bit of college football, a little bit of college basketball. Was kind of a sports guy in a certain way. But when I got really into VR, and then especially when I started doing like the website and the YouTube and all that stuff, all the sports watching has basically evaporated, and I don't know diddly. I don't know nothing about sports now, man. It is so weird. It is so weird because you'll hear that this guy got drafted, or the Seattle Seahawks did this, or this happened, or that happened. Like the freaking NBA Finals were going on. I didn't even know what teams were in the NBA Finals. And it was already like Game 6 or something, or Game 5 or whatever, and I was like, whoa, Toronto? Toronto's in the NBA Finals? I had no freaking idea. I am so out of it when it comes to sports. And, you know, it's one of these things, one of the things that I talk about, or one of the things I've mentioned, probably not on this show, but one of the things I believe in a major way is I do believe that the most valuable human commodity, okay, is not money and it's not time. It's attention. It's focus. It's the most valuable thing that you have in your life. Like, this is real talk, okay? Metaphysical minute again. Let's do the metaphysical minute real quick. Here is our metaphysical minute. And this is serious to everyone that's watching this or anybody that might watch this later. The most valuable thing that you have as a human being is your focus and your attention. It's not money and it's not time. First of all, time doesn't even exist. Time is a human construct. There's no such thing as time. Do a couple of Google searches on Albert Einstein and time, and you'll kind of get a breakdown for that. But time doesn't even exist. Time is an illusion. Okay, money is just what we use to exchange goods and services. But you know what it's all about? It's all about your focus and your attention. And see, here's the thing about that is, like, if I want to go to school and become a brain surgeon and I'm focusing for like 12 years of my life, brain surgery, brain surgery, brain surgery. This is all I'm thinking about. This is all I'm doing. This is all I'm doing. Then I'm sacrificing, and I can't be like an Olympic swimmer as well, you know, because you put your focus or your attention in a certain direction, and that's your most valuable commodity. So you better use it wisely. Use it on something that you love. Use it on something that you care about, and then hopefully maybe you can make some money by accident at the same time. That's pretty much what I'm doing here with VR 365. My focus and my attention is on VR gaming, and my hope is to somehow eventually make that into some kind of a career thing. But, that's where my focus is. And so my focus isn't on sports or anything like that. So it's kind of crazy. Anyways, let's get into the number one story of the day. And we're going to go ahead and go to our Twitch webinar. And this is our webinar for Twitch. And the number one story of the day, Vive Cosmos. So what the hell is going on, man? I thought this was the week. This was the big week for Vive Cosmos. Okay, Monday, big Vive Cosmos news? No, none Vive Cosmos news. Tuesday, Vive Cosmos, that's going to be the day, right? Nope, nothing happened on Tuesday. Okay, yesterday, I knew yesterday there's going to be a big announcement. Vive Cosmos, the price, the release date, all the specs, a breakdown of what it does, all the little tidbits of information was going to happen, right? It didn't happen today. I couldn't believe it. I got home from work and I'm thinking, okay, the Vive Cosmos stuff probably came out today while I was at work. I got to look at all the official specs. I got to, what's the price? This is going to be Vive Cosmos all day long on Twitch tonight. We're going to be talking Vive Cosmos. Nope, nothing today either, but good news, folks. It is happening tomorrow. Mateo311 basically tweeted at HTC Vive and said, y'all got any more of them Cosmos updates? That's pretty much what it's all about. And they said, I think we do. How does your tomorrow look? So apparently the Vive Cosmos info dump is going to happen tomorrow on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, obviously, when we think about the Vive Cosmos, let's go ahead and go back over to our standard scene here. And I will tell you that all of these little Twitch scenes are temporary at best. I got to try to figure out something better than some of this stuff. But right now, this is what I got going on. And my producer, Jim Hall, he's got to develop all brand new Twitch streams, Twitch things for me, which he hasn't done yet. Damn it, I forgot about this Vive Cosmos video. It is still 720p, and I forgot about that. But basically, so, what are we looking for tomorrow from the Vive Cosmos announcement? Like, what do we really want to know? Honestly, I think the biggest tidbit of information is what is the goddamn resolution? That's the information that I want. Is this indeed 2160 by 2160? That was never confirmed. Now, we know that this is their highest resolution headset ever, right? And so it's beyond the Vive Pro. So we naturally are assuming 2160 by 2160. That's a natural assume. That's what we're assuming about this thing, but it isn't locked in stone. I expect that's what we're going to get. But again, it's not locked in stone. We don't know that many details about this thing because when they first came out with it back at the January CES a million years ago, don't you remember that? There will be more information in the coming weeks and months. And I remember when I heard that, I was like, and months? I was like, okay, information in the coming weeks. I get it. Information in the coming months? And it turned out they were talking like 7 months later. Like, who could have freaking predicted that it would be all the way damn near July 1st by the time we found out legitimate Vive Cosmos information? And the other interesting thing about that is you think about it, all these other headsets have come and gone, and people don't have, like, everybody doesn't have $600-700 burning a hole in their pocket right now for a VR headset. Most of us are going to buy one VR headset, and we're going to be stuck with that one VR headset. And so the Rift S came out, and you would think counter programming, Valve did it. Valve did the counter programming. Did HTC do the counter programming? No. The Valve Index information came out. There was Rift S counter programming for that. Was there Vive Cosmos counter programming? No. HP Reverb, shit. Hewlett Packard did some like Hewlett Packard was smart enough to know that all these people are going to buy a Rift S or they're going to buy a Valve Index. We better let people know about the freaking HP Reverb. They let people know. They got that information out there. Vive has just been sitting in the background this entire time, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so 86 in chat says this is a good setup on Twitch. Not including chat on screen gives you a lot more real estate on screen, and anyone who wants to view this later has access to chat replay anyway. Yeah, that's the idea. And right now, I don't have plans to actually copy this and put it on YouTube. I might change my mind about that, but right now I'm not planning on doing that. So we're kind of going with this particular setup. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to play around with this. Yeah, we got the widescreen. The nice thing about this widescreen camera is when I'm in a little square, for example, let's go to the webinar real quick. Okay, so now I'm in a square. And like there's sometimes when I'm like trying to like say, oh yeah, so he grabbed me over here or like that, and see how my hands get cut off? So if I'm in these little squares, my hands get cut off. But if I go back to the standard view, then boom, we got widescreen action. So that's kind of a bonus to be sure. And we also got the huge trailer one. Oh wait, this one's messed up. I didn't, huge trailer window. Let's see, it's supposed to be like this, where the trailer is gigantic, and then I'm just a little window on top of the trailer. So yeah, we'll screw around. We're gonna try some different things. This is this is like rant vision. Now, I wanna have a little banner on the bottom here with all kinds of news ticking by, and I was working on that earlier, but it was kind of screwed up, so I abandoned it for today. But this is basically the standard version here. So anyways, let's see what's going on here. And yeah, so a lot of people are talking about the weird tribal patterns on those controllers. The VR Mang says those controllers are sweet looking. They look like they're from Zelda. Yeah, actually, they kind of do look like those Zelda things. Weird tribal. I call them the Jason Momoa edition controllers. Those are the Jason Momoa edition. I said that from the very beginning. Like, I kind of see them as like almost like Hawaiian or something like that. And then some people are saying, oh, FF Franklin says, I wonder if the light eats up battery. We've been noticing some weird battery things. Or has anybody else been noticing some battery things? For example, like on the Oculus Quest. By the way, you can see my Oculus Quest back there now. See, previously, in my previous setup, it cut that off. But my Oculus Quest is sitting back there on a speaker, and that is where it is. But if you're playing the Oculus Quest and you play Space Pirate Trainer, oh my God, dude, Space Pirate Trainer will absolutely kill your Oculus Quest controller batteries. It'll kill those puppies dead because it's rumbling constantly. And I don't know, I've been having a lot of battery issues lately with various controllers. Now, the one nice thing about these Vive Cosmos controllers, the reason the Vive Cosmos seems like an exciting product for all of us, the reason why we're actually remotely interested in what is going to happen tomorrow with the price and the release date and all of that, is because it's not Windows mixed reality, man. These got to be better controllers, right? They got to be better controllers than Windows mixed reality. The inside out tracking should be a wee bit better than Windows mixed reality. So it's a win-win situation, right? And then actual legitimate IPD adjustment, and it's 2160 by 2160. So HTC Vive, man, they strike back. They are there. They're in the building. They're trying to do something. They are trying to make something happen. It is a beautiful thing. And so anyway, it is exciting. We'll have to see what happens with that. The game that we're seeing on the screen right now, does anybody know what that is? That is the Talos Principle, which of course has a VR mode. And so honestly, I haven't talked about this in the last couple of days because I just didn't think that there's anybody on this particular planet that is a PC VR player that doesn't own all these games already. But there must be a handful of people out there that maybe don't own the entire Crow Team bundle. And the entire Crow Team bundle is on sale. It is basically 92% off, I believe. All of the games are on sale. You can get the Crow Team bundle where you get all the Serious Sam games that are in VR. You get Talos Principle in VR. and all of it is 17 bucks. So you get like a huge collection of games to work with for 17 bucks. The Talos Principle VR, in my personal opinion, one of the 30 best VR games on planet Earth. End of story. Like maybe the best puzzle game in VR, period. Maybe. Well, I don't know. I mean, there might be better puzzle games, but it's just one of the things about Talos Principle VR is it's such a huge game, man. It'll last forever. Like you want to talk about, I always talk about like this game isn't going to hold you over. You know, you buy this game, like you buy Dick Wild 2. Like that game is not going to hold you over for like months of playing. Dick Wild 2 is a game that it's going to give you a couple of fun afternoons pretty much. And maybe you revisit it a couple times, you know, but it's not going to hold you over. But Talos Principle VR, that shit will hold you over. That's the difference with Talos Principle VR. And Talos Principle, you can buy it for $6 all by its lonesome. Okay, let's go to the webinar here. And let's see, did I get a page up? Okay, so let's go to the Vive subreddit real quick here. And yeah, this is the bundle that we're talking about. This is the Crow Team bundle. And honestly, I mean, I don't know who wouldn't already have this. Like, I would think almost everybody would already have this. But for a while, I didn't have it. For a while, I didn't have it because you know what I did? I just bought Talos Principle VR and I didn't have all the Serious Sams. And if you don't have 17 bucks, then you probably should just throw the $6 at Talos Principle, or maybe throw the $6 at Serious Sam 3. Okay, those are my picks. My picks are Serious Sam 3 and Talos Principle VR. If you want to throw another one, Serious Sam VR The Last Hope, but as you can see, that is priced more. That is 10 bucks. Honestly, you should just buy the entire bundle. I mean, is there anybody out there that doesn't own the bundle, though? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Is there anybody out there that doesn't own the bundle? I mean, I can't imagine there's too many people out there that would not own the bundle. You would own all of this, right? So the Crow Team bundle is out there. Another little bit of news that I heard, and I don't have this on here, but we can Google search this, Fanatical and Alien Isolation. Let's see if this will pop up. Fanatical at Alien Isolation. I heard that this is on sale, and this is a great deal as well. Yeah, speaking of sales and speaking of mandatory homework assignments for anybody out there. Number one, if you own an Oculus Rift, if you own an HTC Vive, a Pimax, a Windows Mixed Reality, if you're a PC VR gamer, then you have to own Talos Principle VR for $6. That is a homework assignment. This could be considered another homework assignment. It's a little bit more expensive because I got to turn this fan on. Sorry, I got to turn this fan on because it is starting to get hot up in here, let me tell you. But basically, this is another mandatory homework assignment right here, $11.50. Although really, if you just throw a couple of extra dollars on top of that, you could get the entire Crow Team bundle. And so you probably want to do that instead. But Alien Isolation, another incredible game. It is available on Fanatical. You got to do the mod. But the mod is so easy to do. I think it's simply a matter of downloading a file and just unzipping the file and putting it in the right folder, and that is it. And there are plenty of YouTube videos out there that will show you how to do that. So Alien Isolation is out there. Not a bad deal. And another decent deal that is going on out there is Budget. Yeah, Budget. Budget cuts. Oh, you know what? Not over here, though. Not over here. Budget Cuts is actually on sale over on the Oculus store. Oculus Experiences. Let's do that. Oculus Experiences. Let's go over here and let's go to Rift. And I think Budget Cuts just happens to be on sale over here on the Oculus Rift. Let me just double check this. Yeah, so Budget Cuts You know, budget cuts is in the news recently because we found out about budget cuts to Mission Insolvency, which is going to be coming later this year. It is a collab between Neat Corporation and Fast Travel Games, developers of Apex Construct. They are busy beavers. Of course, they have the Curious Case of the Stolen Pets or whatever the hell that is. That's going to be coming as well, and they're working on budget cuts too. But if you don't have the original budget cuts, here's an opportunity. It is $15, 50% off. I think the price is a little bit high to freaking begin with. I think this should probably be a $19.99 game at this point, although it's actually pretty long. Like, the one thing I'll say about budget cuts, it's not a 3-hour game. It's not a 4-hour game. Budget cuts is probably like an 8 or 9-hour game. So it actually does have a little meat on the bones as far as that goes. But yeah, there's a lot of deals that are going around in VR gaming right about now. And check that out. See the trailer on the screen right now, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know what that trailer is? That is one of Rogan, the Thief in the Castle. That is a Rogan Thief in the Castle trailer, and it's funny because I'm running a trailer mix, and this trailer happened to be mixed in with a bunch of other trailers, and I was about to go here and go to where all my trailers are and grab a Rogan trailer because that's the next news story. Did you guys know Rogan, the Thief in the Castle, is going to be coming out on July 5th? July 5th. And Rogan, you want to talk about a game that has been rising up the charts in a major way, and Rogan is coming very quickly. In fact, we can go back over here to the Oculus store, and if we go back to the main Rift page, right there it is, guys. Rogan, the Thief in the Castle. You can pre-order this puppy. So it is expected July 5th. Rogan, the Thief in the Castle. This game has been rising up the charts over there at vrgamerankings.com. I believe this has jumped up to like number 12 or 11 overall among all the PC VR games. And there's a lot of great PC VR games that are on the way. And for this to jump all the way up to like 11 or 12, the reason it's jumped all the way up there, folks, is every single trailer that comes out for this game just looks absolutely drop dead gorgeous, looks absolutely next level. So we're excited about this. Now here's the downside. The downside, the regular standard price for Rogan, 40 bones. 40 bones is the standard price for Rogan. But you can pre-order it, and you can grab the pre-order at $26.79. So just a hair under $27. You can grab the pre-order. Now this is on the Oculus store. It's also on Steam as well. So you can do it either place. It's all good. Slayblaze says, I have Serious Sam from back in the day, but not the rest of them. Nightcole says, I only got Talos Principle, thinking of just getting the rest though. You know what? If you already have one of the existing games, like Nightcole, if you already have Talos Principle, I think when you go to buy that bundle, I think $6 might be, or no, not $6, but a few dollars are going to be minused off of there. So that's good. So you can get all the rest of them. Andrew Tech says, every VR title I have is on Oculus. Steam is not even on my machine. Wow, that is kind of crazy. You got to have Steam though, man, because there's like those Google Spotlight stories. There's like Welcome to Light Fields. There's all kinds of weird little things that I think you can only get on Steam. Like, you can't get the Lab on Oculus Store. You haven't played the Lab? Okay, and MHA9 says, I wonder if Xbox controller works with Rift S. I'm assuming it would for somebody that is playing something like Pixel Ripped 1989 or something like that. Fluke is in the building. Fluke says it's down to each individual game whether an Xbox controller is supported, nothing to do with the actual headset. And Jarillo is checking in as well. Jarillo says Mother Mod is easy to install and one of the best, but still recommended it's seated with keyboard mouse. The motion control support is meh. Yeah, well, here's what I've always did when I was playing Alien Isolation, and I got to get back into it, man, because when I was playing it, the one thing I'll say, let's go back over to our standard scene here. The one thing I'll say about Alien Isolation, playing that full game in VR, is I was just struck by, you know what's crazy about this, guys? This is like a top 15 VR game. Like if if it officially had VR support, if it was on the Oculus store and it said Alien Isolation VR, if it was on Steam and it said Alien Isolation VR, and you didn't need a mod or anything like that, you could just buy the VR game like that and everybody knew, oh yeah, Alien Isolation VR, you can go buy it. If it was like that, it would be considered one of the 10, 15, or 20 best VR games, period. But because you got to do this mod, it's such a simple mod, but sometimes people just hear that word and they're like, oh, hell no. Because they're like, oh, what if I have to return it? Or what if I don't understand or what if something's messed up about it? Like, they want shit to be official. And I know how that is. It's I haven't sideloaded anything on my Quest still. And it's mostly just because I haven't gotten around to it. But part of it is you want to just keep everything virgin and unaltered so nothing gets screwed up. But it's crazy how people will avoid games because it says that it's got a mod. And you know what? We can get into some other things that are going on here on the Oculus Store. There's actually quite a bit of things that are going on the Oculus Store. Okay, so new releases. Face Your Fears 2 is available today. We were wondering about Face Your Fears 2 because it kind of snuck out the other day. It apparently was an accident. It wasn't supposed to happen. Today was the day that it was supposed to go live. It is live. It is $20. It is cross-buy. To the best of my knowledge, I have not played it. I have not played Vader Immortal yet either, and I haven't even played Journey of the Gods. I've actually got a problem, folks. My problem is I've got to go through, my hard drives are damn near full because I'm always downloading all these videos and stuff to use on these different shows, and I want to be able to go into a folder and grab a video really quick, and I want to have that video physically there on my actual hard drive, and my hard drives are just freaking busting at the seams. So what I need to do now is I got to go into my Oculus folder, and I got to go into my Steam folder, and I got to look at all the games and all the crap that's in there, and I got to look for some crap that is like 10, 12 gigs that I know I'm not playing anytime soon, and I need to delete some of that shit. I also need to grab another SSD drive. I've got like 3 of them floating around in my computer right now, you know, because they'll have these good deals on like a 512 or whatever SSD drive that isn't too bad. And I got to buy another one of those puppies because I don't have space. So I haven't been, like Journey of the Gods, I was going to download it the other day. Vader Immortal, I was going to download it today. I've got to delete a bunch of games. But you know what? Vader Immortal is in the news, ladies and gentlebots. Why don't we get into it right now? And I'm going to go ahead and grab a quick little trailer or a quick little video that shows a comparison. Here it is. Vader Immortal on the Quest and Vader Immortal on the Rift. Kind of side-by-side video here. And one of the main things that we're discovering with this is not just a quickie port job. This is not a quickie little up conversion to the Oculus Rift. There's a lot more gigs that you download. It looks a lot better. It's a lot more dialed in. So this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Once I delete like about 10 or 12 games off of these different folders, clear up a little bit of space here, I am going to grab Vader Immortal because I've only done it one single time on my Oculus Quest. I did it once. I was planning on doing it again, but then I heard, hey, June 20th, Vader Immortal is coming to the Rift, and there it is, the comparison, man. It looks considerably better. If you look over there on that side, I'd have to say, looks pretty freaking good. I mean, they're very similar to each other. They look pretty much the same, but I'm sure the eye candy is a little bit better. And one of the things I'll be looking to as well, when you think about Vader Immortal on the Quest, like going back to when I first got Vader Immortal on the Quest, and that first day I was in there and I went through that entire experience, I was talking about how if you look in the backgrounds, like if you look around, like if you look in the places where they don't really want you to look, you could see a lot of smoke and a lot of mirrors that were going on to get that thing to run properly on the Quest. A whole lot of smoke and a whole lot of mirrors, because you know what, there's this one point where you're like in this upper area and you see these stormtroopers down there, and if you look way down there and you're kind of looking down, you can see these little stormtroopers running around, and they look like they're from an Atari 2600. I'm not even playing, man. Those stormtroopers. This is on the Oculus Quest. Of course, you're not meant to see that, and you kind of have to go out of your way to see that, but you will see that. The other thing, too, is you're on this, you know, it's not really a spoiler, but you're on the lava planet, right? Mustafar, or whatever the hell it's called, Mufasa. So you're on that lava planet, and at one point you kind of are looking outside and you're looking down at the beautiful lava planet. But if you pay close attention to the lava when you're on the Oculus Quest, you'll notice there's no lava bubbling and there's no lava moving around or doing anything like that. I'm curious to see how that's going to look on the Rift. Hopefully the lava's bubbling. Hopefully it's moving. You know, hopefully those are the kinds of things that have been improved for the Rift version. I've already said, you know, when you hold that freaking lightsaber and you turn the lightsaber on and you turn the lightsaber off, the sound is fantastic. I can't imagine the sound will be any different, but, you know, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. Paradise Decay was already in it, and Paradise Decay says it looks miles better. Oh, you know, one thing we do need to mention, yeah, apparently this might push your graphics cards a little bit, but some people are saying that that it's a mistake, because like if you look at the Oculus Store page, like it's saying you need 32 megs of RAM or something like that, right? Which you don't actually need that. So there's some mistakes, but I think it's recommending that you get like a 1080 Ti, like you have a 1080, not a 1080 Ti, but that you have a 1080 is the recommended graphics card for it. And so I don't know if like this is really going to push our systems or not. So we'll have to see what people are talking about it over the next couple of days as people get to try it out. But Paradise does like it quite a bit. Let's see. Back in chat. Yeah, it says Andrew Tech says, time to buy Anthony a 2 terabyte M.2 SSD. Yeah, you know, I actually would like to have one of those NVMe, whatever the hell they're called. You know, there's those super fast ass things, and redo Windows on it and all that. It would be better. I would like that. Yeah, so Gaming Science Teachers in the building as well. And so we got some people that are hopping in. Yeah, so we are on Twitch. This is our second stream on Twitch. The first one, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was in a bit of a panic, and it was kind of a shiz show. Luckily, I didn't save that one. This one, I think, will be saved, so that is good. All right, so yeah, Vader Immortal and Face Your Fears 2. And, you know, since we're on the Oculus Store anyway, well, we were on the Oculus Store. Let's go back over here. On the Oculus Store, going back, one of the things that, daily deal. So the daily deal does appear to be back in effect, and Megaton Rainfall is the daily deal over there on the Oculus Store today. It is 40% discounted, $9. You got a little over $9. You got a little over 7 hours left. I am a fan. I'm a definite fan of Megaton Rainfall. However, I don't know that I would, like, this is not a deal, like, this is not a steal of a deal. This is a solid deal. And if you've been looking to buy Megaton Rainfall for a long time and you wanted to get it at a bit of a discount, not bad, but I think I've seen it even cheaper. I think I've seen it for like $5.99 maybe, or $5. So you might be able to get this even cheaper. Not a bad deal, but I think your money's probably better spent on, say, Talos Principle, and you would save a couple bucks as well, or add a couple bucks to it, get that entire Crow Team bundle, or add a couple bucks to it and go to Fanatical and get Alien Isolation, but it's not a bad game. I'm a fan of Megaton Rainfall. I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's a decent, solid game. So there's a lot of stuff going on over here on the Oculus Store. Rogan, man. Rogan is interesting because you know what? The developer of Rogan, do you see this game right here, Focus? Well, this isn't a game, but this thing called Focus on You, this is by the same developer, or well, maybe the same publisher. Smilebit Entertainment? Smilegate. Okay, so Smilegate Entertainment, this is coming out on July 5th, the same day as Rogan. It is called Focus on You, and at first blush, I thought this was like some kind of girlfriend simulator. I don't actually know what this is, but damn, is it expensive. This shit is $40. The standard price for Focus on You is $40. The same price as Rogan. Like, what is going on here? This is the same price as Rogan. You can pre-order this. You can get it for just under $27. You save 33%. Focus on You. So I grabbed the trailer for this. Let's just check out the trailer for like just a couple of seconds, really. So let's go back over here to our standard. And yeah, let's check this out. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm in the wrong spot. Make sure I grab the right thing here. Yeah, so Focus on You. I thought this was a girlfriend simulator, but maybe not because she's like a high schooler or something. Let's just listen in on this for a second. Okay, so yeah, don't really know what this is, but I know, didn't PlayStation have some kind of thing that was kind of like this? And there was like a girl that was there and you were like spending summer with her or whatever, and you were like learning how to play the piano and that sort of thing. And this looks like a similar thing. There's people that are really freaking into this stuff, man. I swear to God. People are crazy. There's a certain segment of the population that is really into this. Now, the one thing I will say is it looks like it's got pretty good production value. Like, I'm looking at the shadows and stuff in the backgrounds, okay? And it looks like it's got pretty good production value. And I do believe there will be a future from a VR standpoint. There's a lot of people out there that don't know, oh, this is coming to PlayStation VR as well. It looks very much like a PlayStation VR thing, but there's people that don't know how to communicate with the opposite sex very well, and this might help, these kinds of things might help them out, so I can understand that angle. But yeah, anyways, I just happened to see this. This is on the Oculus Store. I can't believe how crazy expensive this is. And there's people that will literally drop the money on this thing. They will pay the $27. They will pay the $40. It's crazy, but it does happen. So a lot is going on the Oculus Store. And of course, Face Your Fears 2, it is out there today as well. Yeah, Dating Simulator VR. And, you know, dating simulators are going to be an interesting thing going way into the future because you know what? We are going to need to have a female audience that is interested in VR. And I think a female audience like romance and stuff like that, like almost like a romantic comedy. Okay, you know how I want to be, like my dream, my VR dream is to be in a real freaking movie. Like, that's always been my video gaming dream. I want to be inside a freaking movie. I want to be the main star inside an action movie, an adventure movie on an alien planet, exploring some incredible alien jungle. You know, that's what I want, right? But what about women? Like, what do they want? Well, a lot of them love like romantic comedies and stuff like that. So imagine a possibility where if you were a woman and you could be in some kind of romantic comedy and it was interactive, I mean, I know it sounds like crazy, and it kind of sounds like, oh yeah, that's all women care about, right, is romance. No, look, I'm just saying, I think it might be a popular thing that could attract a female audience, because right now, like, the people that watch my show, I know we've got like Gaming Science Teacher and a few other females that watch this show, but the truth of the matter is, it is like 99% male. And VR is never going to 100% take off if we don't broaden these horizons and come up with interesting stuff that, like, my wife doesn't really care about VR. And I've tried to show her things in VR, and she's just not that interested in VR. But if I said, babe, check this out, here's the Brad Pitt experience, and she could put, or no, who's the guy? She likes the guy, Thor. Who's the actor that's Thor? That's my wife is into that Thor actor, right? Okay, so whatever his name is, like if they had the VR experience with Thor, romance with Thor, my wife would be like, okay, yeah, go ahead, put me in that puppy. But yeah, we got to figure out a way. We've got to bring women into the fold. But anyway, that game is Focus on You or something like that. I forget what it was called. What is it called? Yeah, Focus on You. And that is from Smilegate Entertainment as well. Okay, what was the next story that I wanted to get to? You know what? Actually, I want to bounce over to Steam. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Let's talk about Oculus Connect. The date has been set for Oculus Connect. So let's go ahead and bounce over here to Upload VR, and let's find the story, and it is right here. All right, and so Oculus Connect has been dated. This is something, I mean, it happens every year. We knew it was going to happen again. We didn't have an exact date for this. Okay, so Oculus Connect is going to jump off on September 25th and September 26th at the San Jose McEnery Convention Center. So it is going to be popping off. I'm going to try to go to this. I will try to go to this. I'm going to try to somehow register for it or whatever. I'm going to try to get into this thing. I'll try to contact some people. Oculus is not huge fans of me as far as I know. First of all, I say a lot of things. Like, I've been super harsh on Oculus at different times. And so if they caught any of that stuff, I'm probably like on a list, like, never let this guy in, you know? So I don't know that I'm going to get into this thing, because I sure as hell ain't paying no $500, $600 or anything like that to go to this. So if I don't get in, I'm probably not going. But this is going to pop off on September 25th and September 26th. And there is some news that is related to this. Okay, number one, this is going to matter in a number of ways. Most importantly, Respawn Entertainment. Respawn Entertainment, they are going to be there. We heard about this, I think it was on one of the Giant Bomb episodes that was during E3. Vince Zampella, I believe, was in there, and he mentioned towards the end of the show, like, what about that VR thing? When are you guys going to show that? He mentioned, I think we're going to bring it to Oculus Connect 6, and it was basically confirmed in this story on the blog post over there at the Oculus blog. They are going to reveal whatever they're going to reveal what the Respawn Entertainment game is. And one of the things about the Respawn game is it is described as a new AAA first-person VR combat experience. Okay, that's in Oculus's own words. A new AAA first-person VR combat experience. Okay, now the key word there, in my opinion, is combat. I believe this is going to be some kind of multiplayer kind of a game. I believe this is going to have a multiplayer kind of a focus, but it might have a single player component as well. I really hope it does, because like when Titanfall came out, I remember when Titanfall came out, I played it for a little bit. You know, there was a lot of hype. It was this big Xbox One thing and all of that. But I'm just not that big of a multiplayer guy. And I was like, man, I wish they had more of a single player mode for Titanfall and, you know, Apex Legends and all of that. So it's going to be some kind of game like that, I believe, because It's a first-person VR combat experience. So we're going to find that out on either September 25th or September 26th. And then the other big thing to understand here, folks, augmented reality. Augmented reality. Yep. This could be a sad day. These 2 days, I'm going to tell you straight up. Let's go back over here. Let's see if I can grab a different kind of a trailer real quick. Let's see. It could be kind of a sad day for you guys when we do this. And I'll tell you why I think it might be a bit of a sad day. It might be a bit of a sad day for you guys from the standpoint that there may be no information whatsoever about any kind of future Oculus Rift headset. Like no half-dome stuff, no prototypes, and that would be absolutely devastating because it might all be just Oculus Quest, Oculus Rift S, and then a big VR thing. I would not be the least bit surprised. At Oculus Connect 6, I think we're going to get our first glimpse at whatever Facebook is thinking from a from an AR standpoint. We might see some kind of AR product. It might be shown off at Oculus Connect 6. Look, I know you guys don't care about it, but Zuckerberg cares about it, right? And venture capitalists, people care about it. VR, the shine is off VR. AR still has a little bit of shine. And you've got other companies like InReal. I know they're being sued by Magic Leap. You've got Microsoft with HoloLens 2.0. You've got Magic Leap themselves. You know Apple's going to get in the game at some point. You know Google's going to be in the game at some point, even separate of their Magic Leap investment. And Facebook wants to get into the game as well. Facebook's in all games. Like, they got their own freaking cryptocurrency. So there could be a lot of augmented reality stuff that we find out about Oculus Connect 5. And I wonder if that's going to be a major Debbie Downer to a lot of people out there that just have no interest in AR. And they think it's going to be a major distraction. Oculus isn't going to be focused on VR as much. Yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I'm going to go into it with an open mind and an open heart, and we'll see what happens. Okay, what some people are saying in chat right about now. Gaming Science Teacher says, yeah, tons of posts on Oculus Quest about moms, sisters, girlfriends, etc. loving Beat Saber. Okay, so maybe I was talking about that goes back to the conversation where I'm saying maybe we need interactive romantic comedies, okay? Like When Harry Met Sally VR, right? Is that what we need? I don't know. It's just something I'm throwing out there, right? Gaming Science Teacher says, loving Beat Saber myself, can't stop playing Pop Stars. God, you know what sucks, Gaming Science Teacher? I think you would like Audica even better, man, even better. And that Pop Stars song is in Audica as well. And see, my two favorite songs have been Escape and Pop Stars. And yeah, look, I know it's the most poppy-ass pop shit. But those are my favorite songs on Beat Saber and Audica. Well, Audica doesn't have Escape on it, but it does have the Pop Stars song on it. Will Audica come to Quest? My big fat VR wedding. There you go. That is a good one. Yeah. Let's think about all the romantic comedies that might come to VR. Interactive romantic comedies. I think it will happen. Okay, let's see. Anthony, do you play VR multiplayer with your fans? Maybe a Rec Room Quest night? What happened to my little... Oh, man, I screwed something up. I don't have... Something got screwed up here. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but... Hold on one second here. I'm looking for something. I don't know what happened to my little thingy. But anyways, sorry, I got distracted there. Harmonic said Audica will be on Quest once it's out of early access sometime this year. Magic Leap with a separate computer, waste of consumer money. Why not tether to a phone? Well, InReal's doing the same thing, but InReal actually did one better because InReal is allowing you to tether to the phone. And maybe there will be a future 50 Shades of Grey Quest edition. Yeah, these are some really good ideas. That should be an entire YouTube video about like, what is the future of VR gaming for women? Okay, so anyways, before I get out of here, I did have a couple final little topics here, and they are Steam related. So let's bounce back over here to Steam. And so first of all, Stay Silent. Remember that, folks? That was the other big game that was supposed to come out today. Why don't we go ahead and check in on Stay Silent? And release date June 20th. So it's out, right? It's out. What's the price? What's the price? Okay. Apparently, this game plans to unlock in approximately 3 hours. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for Stay Silent by NetEase Games. That is the developer of Nostos, and this is kind of Cowboys vs. Aliens VR. I'm mildly interested in this with a capital M. Mildly interested, but yeah, Stay Silent will be out in a minute. And so one thing we can look at, let's go to virtual reality, let's go to games, and this will show us games that are available right here and right now. Although if we look at this list, they've got Boiling Steel on there, and it's not out. It's not out. I'm not sure why it's showing up in here, but it's not out, and that is a Q4 game. But do not sleep on Boiling Steel. It is actually pretty freaking good. Okay, Kittened. Kittened is out and available. We've been waiting for this for so long. One of our all-time most wanted games. Oh my God, this is incredible. I'm just kidding. But it is out. It is $12. So Kittened is out there. Oh shit, Rogan. It's already out. It's already out. No, it's a pre-order. It's a pre-order. Yeah, so these things are showing up. They're showing up in the regular list here. Their pre-orders are showing up. See, look at Focus on You. It's on Steam as well. Rogan on Steam as well. So these are all the stuff that has just came out recently or is basically coming out very, very soon. And if we go to page 2, let's just take a quick little look at page 2. So this game came out, Last Hope Z. I was going to ask if anybody might have jumped on a grenade for the boys and tried this one out. It's only $3. It must be pretty much ass. I mean, I've got to imagine it is pretty much ass for it to only be $3. It is 40% off, standard price of $5, but you can get it for $3. There are 5 user reviews, not recommended. Okay, so this is not the developer's dad. This is the developer's dad. This guy, unfortunately, this game is a pretty big disappointment. You can check out my 3-minute review here. Oh, there's Mateo311, YouTuber extraordinaire. For the sale price of $4, I thought this game looked worth a try, but it's just another rubbish mobile phone VR piece of beep. Okay, so yeah, not looking too good right there. So that is not one to be interested in. But you know what? Check this out. The Spy Who Shrunk Me. This has come out of early access, and I was reading somewhere that the developer, Catland, like I think one of the producers of this game or whatever, is saying that the VR version is now fully wrapped in, it is fully baked in, it is not a half-baked situation. So if you were interested in The Spy Who Shrunk Me, and we were interested in this a long, long time ago, it might actually be worth a look right now. So apparently it's had a major update. It is out of early access. And let's see. Yeah, The Spy Who Shrunk Me VR version 1.0 patch notes. So here's the thing. Like, this was just posted on yesterday, on the 19th. So The Spy Who Shrunk Me VR has been updated for feature parity with the 1.0 release of the PC version. Implemented all features of the 1.0 update. Fixed a possible level loading problem, fixed missing Oculus device manifest file, localization support for VR, collectible pop-ups for Audrey's home base. So it looks like it's been dialed in a little bit. So that is The Spy Who Shrunk Me. It is out of early access. It's available for a 15 spot. I'd like to check that out, but I'm not like super excited in it. But yeah, that is out there. Okay, anyways, let's go back over here to this little virtual reality page. I wanted to take a quick look at upcoming games really quick here, right before we bounce out of here. So as you can see, Stay Silent coming very, very soon. But you know what, guys? We are looking at an avalanche of games that is going to be hitting this summer. This is not going to be the dog days of summer. This is going to be some crazy-ass days of summer. I mean, just think about today. Vader Immortal, Face Your Fears 2, they're both out today. Stay Silent's going to be out in a matter of hours. Journey of the Gods just came out a couple of days ago. Lots of stuff is popping off, and it is going to continue. I've been looking at this upcoming games list, and there's a lot of games that are on here. Okay, so let's go to page 2. Let's just take a look. Like Fuji is coming. Like this is June 27th. That's next week. So Fuji is not very far away at all. Let's see, what else? This Owling, Crowling bowling game. Who makes this? For some reason, I heard about this a long time ago, and I was interested in it. I don't know why. But anyway, that game's coming up pretty soon. Into the Radius, that's actually a little bit further away. Telefrag is going to be coming this summer. Ninja Legends is coming in July. That's coming very, very soon. There's a game called Onshape coming this summer, kind of a little Beat Saber kind of a game with a similar kind of an idea, right? But I mean, it just keeps going. There are so many games. Oh, check this out. Waltz of the Wizard Extended Edition. So remember Alden Dynamics? Do you guys remember Waltz of the Wizard? Waltz of the Wizard was a very cool free thing that was available. When did the original come out? Let me see if I can, on Alden Dynamics. Yeah, the original Waltz of the Wizard was May 31st, 2016. That was the original VR year. So way back in May of 2016, we got the original Waltz of the Wizard. And really, it was kind of the closest thing we ever got to Harry Potter. And it basically was a free experience. You also got to do a little bit of like some force push and telekinesis type shit. Like you're lifting up things off of the walls and you're throwing it over there. Well, this is going to be the extended edition. By the way, what the F is Alden Dynamics doing? I hope these guys have been working on other things for the last 3 years, like maybe some things that have nothing to do with games or whatever for some other clients that they have. I don't know what the hell these guys have been doing, but they do have the extended edition, and it is coming in July. Again, I'm telling you, it's a freaking avalanche of stuff that is coming in like the next 60 to 90 days. I mean, think about like Stormland and all that other crap. Freaking Boneworks and just so many freaking games like Dirt Rally 2.0 and all that. Just so many games coming this summer. But anyway, let me check this out. Waltz of the Wizard Extended Edition is a virtual reality experience that lets you feel what it's like to have magical powers, now with more spells, interactions, and secrets. Combine arcade ingredients into a bolting cauldron and unleash creative or destructive wizardry upon a fully interactive world. I just wonder, okay, in addition to new content, there are quite a few new features, such as room scale only locomotion option and reach assist to make the experience more accessible for showcasing VR. You will also find dramatic performance optimizations and improved hardware support, such as finger tracking with Valve's Index controllers. This is actually a really good Wired story, guys. I recommend, like, I haven't had a chance to read this whole thing, but it's a pretty in-depth story, and this is kind of exciting in a lot of ways. Okay, so Jon Favreau, the director of like Iron Man and all of that, of course, he was in that movie. What was that movie called? God damn it. Now I can't think of the name. Swingers. I think it was called Swingers, right? I always remember him from that movie, Swingers. But he was also like the Iron Man director and all of that. He's directed all kinds of stuff. I think it was in like the TV show Friends as like an extra and stuff like that. Yeah, he was Pete Becker on Friends and everything, and he made Elf a holiday classic, and he did the Jungle Book. So this guy's living a dream, Jon Favreau, right? Well, he basically shot the entirety of The Lion King in VR. Like the movie was actually shot in VR. Like they planned out the scenes and everything. And the first thing that popped into my mind is can they like somehow release some of this so like we can look at the freaking Pride Rock and look at it from, because they've got it there. They've got it. Like somebody could look at that shit. So I hope as people start making movies in VR, like save all that information and let us pay some money and let us go to Pride Rock. Look at that little baby lion. I mean, is that the cutest little lion? He looks so cuddly. Oh man, I would love to snug that little baby lion. Okay, but anyways, I'm just going to scroll through this thing here. But I didn't know Seth Rogen is doing the voice of Pumbaa. Donald Glover is singing one of Simba's songs. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this movie, actually. I skipped out on the whole Aladdin thing. I have not checked out Aladdin. My wife checked it out. But here they all, look at, these are all the producers and stuff. Jon Favreau and crew don headsets. And look at, they got the different colored ones. I mean, come on, this dude here with his lime green one. We got kind of an orange colored one. The cool blue one, brah. And Jon Favreau chilling there. And you can see it on the screens over there. Like, that's what they're looking at. Like, but I guess you're going to need, like, some incredible ass computer. Like, if you wanted to actually see this somehow in VR, you would need some fucking next level kind of computer type shit. Here's cinematographer Caleb Deschanel uses hand controllers to adjust virtual filmmaking equipment in the virtual setting. This is how fools are going to be making movies going forward. A lot, any kind of like animated movies and stuff. This is how they're going to do it. And it is great news, folks. It is great news. And I think this is going to be awesome. How we're going to get some good stuff. Like eventually when they can also make a VR version for us to screw around with, that is going to be sweet. So definitely looking forward to that. But one last little thing I wanted to mention here really quick is, do you guys know Compound? So Compound is, of course, kind of this retro game that has been on VR for quite some time, arrived on May 15th, 2018, so a little over a year ago now this arrived. I still have never played the full version of this game. I have played the demo. I like the demo. I don't have the full version of this game, and part of the reason is $20. You know, $20 a bit pricey. Like if this was on sale for $9.99, if this was 50% off, if this was a daily deal, I would grab this shit. Like I'd grab this for $10. But anyway, it is very positive. People really like it, and it is in the news because they have a freaking boss now. So there's a boss update. So yeah, you can play the game start to finish. There's proper endings are going to come in a future update though. But basically there's a boss battle. You can fight the CEO and his helicopter on the roof. There's official Valve Index support. We're going to be hearing a lot about that. And just a lot of little fixes and stuff. More miscellaneous fixes and adjustments. This update took much longer than intended, but now it's out. Update should come much faster. Dude, this dude that made this game right here, Bevan McKechnie. So this guy had like a regular day job and everything, and he was making this game in his spare time, and he finally quit his day job, and now he's a full-time developer. And he's working on like this game and stuff. And he is stuck solidly at this $20 price. He is stuck to this $20 price. He is stuck to his guns. And he's probably making some pretty good money. But dude, put the shit on sale. Give me a 50% off sale so I can grab this game. I'm not going to pay $20, I don't think. I mean, it's a cool looking game and everything. But there is a boss now. So that is kind of cool. It's cool to see that there is a boss now. All right. Well, anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this particular episode of VR 365 on Twitch. Again, this is a work in progress. I got to tell you, I really don't know what I'm doing as far as like Twitch and all of that. I still don't know like a lot of settings and stuff on Twitch. It's going to take me a while to figure out this entire Twitch thing, but I'm going to work on it.